Alrighty, I think we are live. Um, Thank you all for tuning in. I've been doing a bit of work behind the scenes to try to make my stream look a bit more formal for any future kind of presentations that I wish to react to. I'd love to do maybe directs, this won't be the only stream that I do for Summer Games Fest this weekend. I've got a big one tomorrow, so that's going to be Frosty Game Fest. That's going to be Australian and New Zealand developers, which is fantastic. I'm an official co-streamer for that. I am very thrilled, very honoured to be a part of that. I will probably do another one later in that afternoon, and that will be looking at the other area-based presentations, so Southeast Asian games and Latin American games. That'll be the two that I'll prioritize. Maybe we'll see how I do in regards. Maybe I'll try and find a recap for future game show because much like Summer Games Fest, I do believe it takes quite a bit of time. So if I can find a recap for that, I would love to react and see what games they have there. And then Monday morning, I would like to do, before the big one, I would like to do a women-led games direct, like a presentation, and also the wholesome one. I'm very excited for those. And then of course the big one at the very end to wrap up the main of the showcases is of course the Xbox one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing all of that. But for now, this is more of a test stream. But also, I'm going to be looking at the Summer Game Fest, everything that was announced video. Thank you IGN, very much appreciate that. And the Day of the Devs, as you can see in the bottom there. So yeah, how are you all doing tonight? We're doing all right. Okay, just getting a vibe to hear how my audio is doing. It looks alright. I'm just trying to get a read of everything. Okay, I'm just gonna fix a few things. So yeah, apologies for the beginning part being a little bit out of whack. I think that, once I get everything sorted behind the scenes, it's all going to run quite smoothly. Yeah, as for why I'm reacting to it now as opposed to when it came out live. The answer is I'm Australian. All of this happened while I was asleep, essentially, and I didn't really feel like waking up at 7 a.m. to watch Summer Game Fest. I had a bit of stuff going on today, so I figured, why not do it now? Do a bit of prep. I'm back in 12 hours, obviously, for Frosty Games, so yeah, made a bit of sense. Alright, seems like it's okay. I'm just gonna wait a bit to see what everyone's thinking. I'm gonna talk it out. Okay. Hello? 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 Hang on, let me fix that. How's that? Can you hear me a little better now? How's the audio now? Can you hear me okay? Way better? Fantastic. Alright. I'm gonna play the everything announced video. And we will go from there. So yeah, very excited for that. Uh, thank you for the compliment. I'm gonna play a bit of audio, and we will see how it all goes. So, all right. How is the audio going alongside my voice? There, can everything everything doing okay? I know the video cut for a second there, but okay. Mortal Shell 2. Uh, is it like a Lego? Okay, Fortnite Star Wars. Interesting. Okay. Audio is alright. Do you want it to be any louder or quieter from the video point of view? Okay, sound good. Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, so this is the IGN recap. I'll get back to there. But let's go for a sec. So Crossworlds, I'm really excited for. Hatsune Miku. Oh, Ichiban. Yes. Joker. Hell yeah. That's a pretty nice lineup for Crossworlds. Really hyped for that. Steve? Okay, is this just a who's who of characters for Sonic? That's kind of wild. Um, this looks like DMC. DMC 6, I'm guessing? Not a. Oh, it's Code Vein. I generally thought that was Devil May Cry. I have no idea what this is. Okay, sure. Mouse PI. I got to play this at PAX last year. It is fantastic. Got to, do a bit of a talk with the devs. I cannot wait to get my hands on that. That looks a lot of fun. Game of Thrones? Okay, it is Game of Thrones, yeah. RTS. Kind of lose me a bit there with that RTS. Okay. I'm not too sure what this is. Oh, Atomic Heart. I never played the first one, so I've heard mixed things about that one. Yeah, another first-person shooter, my favorite. My god. Okay, it looks like that's Guardians of the Galaxy. Beat 'em up? Guardians of the Galaxy beat 'em up? That's kind of fire, actually. Cosmic Invasion. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Alright, what do we got here? Onimusha. Okay, okay. I know people that love the Onimusha series, so hopefully they're pretty thrilled. And we're just getting Muppets all of a sudden now. I'm not too sure what to make of this, to be quite frank with you. I have no idea what is going on. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. I'm completely indifferent to that game. Alright. I just have really nothing to say about this. Arc Raiders. Okay. Cool. I don't know. See, a lot of these just feel very samey to me, and you know, that's kind of always a bit disappointing. Dude Awakening. Yeah, for people that are excited for that. Alright. Oh, that's kind of cool, the freeze time mechanic. It's just being bombarded with Chrono Odyssey. Okay. And just being like bombarded with visuals. It's kind of hard to get a read on what the game is actually kind of like. Okay, Wuthering Waves. Yeah, nothing's really like stood out for me apart from like Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I'm so... Okay, Mio looks kind of interesting. Oh, okay. I mean, this is another one that intrigues me. It's kind of got like a Unravel kind of vibe to it. Out of Words. Okay. Okay. Alright. That's the third ad in a row. That's very frustrating. Mafia Old Country, of course. I'm very excited to get my hands on that eventually. Okay, this is Lego, obviously. Like, it's like a Lego Worlds kind of thing, but not quite. Lego Voyages. Interesting. I might look into a few of these after the direct. We got SpongeBob. So it's like a Nickelodeon All-Stars kind of thing. Because obviously you got your Turner. Nicktoons, there you go. Nicktoons and Dice of Destiny. That's cool. It's been a while since Nicktoons have been a thing. Okay, got yourselves another Victorian hack and slash. Oh, it's Liza P, of course. I was like, it looked vaguely familiar. I wasn't too sure why, but I mean, I know a friend of mine that's excited for Overcharge, so hopefully they get a kick out of the game being out very soon. Okay, Fractured Blues. Blade and Soul Heroes, alright. Again, this isn't really a whole lot that's like blowing me away. Like, I don't know if I would enjoy 2 hours of this. Oh, it's One Punch Man. Oh, nice. Okay. This is like a kind of... No, I had no idea. I had no idea what that was all about. Terrain. Is this like a Jurassic World Evolution 3? Is 2 even out? Okay, I was right, yeah. Okay, Jurassic World Evolution 3. Oh, is this Meet of the Hollower? This is the new Yacht Clubs game. Yeah. Oh, finally. Oh, please tell me we're gonna get a release date for this. Surely we're gonna get a release date. Oh, Halloween, nice. Hope it comes to console. The VR, I'm kind of pass. No, I don't particularly care about VR, to be quite frank with you. I think it's cool, but like, I don't know, Deadpool VR, sure. Late 2025. Okay. Zombies. Oh, it's Dying Light. Okay. Yeah. Oh, is this I was gonna say, is it a mixtape? I don't know if it is. The skateboarding kind of reminded me of it. Just kind of like taking it all in. It is mixtape. Oh, sick! Nice. Alright, I might check out some of those later. Okay, okay. Toa and the Guardian of the Sacred Tree. Okay, well, this is giving me extreme, like, Mirror's Edge vibes there with the parkour. But with, like, combat now. Axe of Blood. Okay, okay. Scott Pilgrim! Hell yeah! Okay, so this is like another beat 'em up kind of thing, because obviously. Ooh, Scott Pilgrim EX. Okay, okay, okay. Alright. Sure. Okay. Okay, mechs. I always like a decent mech game. But it's mechs with a hunter vibe? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Again, it's kind of hard to get a read on all of these games. Mind's Eye. I've seen the game more around social media, to be fair, but I don't know, it hasn't really gravitated interest. Okay, that is Hitman in some capacity. Presume it's probably a collab. Yeah. Okay. Okay, like a Lego Mario Party kind of thing. I'm curious because, like, you know, Lego Mario Party isn't a bad concept, but you just kind of need to really utilize what makes the Lego franchise so exciting. Okay, I kind of glaze off when I see shooters. To be honest with you, like, to me, there's only just so many of them I can play without them starting to get a bit bored by it. Delighted. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is gonna be big Resident Evil vibes. I'm not sure why that is. Oh wow, what the hell is that? Ill. Okay. Another mech game. I like that. Okay. I'm intrigued. What do you got here? Mech. Okay. Infinitesimals. This looks like wrestling. Even if it's not, it looks like wrestling. But it's got like a... Well, it's got real actors in it, so that makes that interesting. Say... okay. Right, okay, I get you now. I was so confused. Fortnite? Question mark? Last Flag. Okay. That could have totally passed as a new mode of Fortnite, and that would have been none the wiser. Okay. Kind of got like Japanese inspiration there. Nothing is forever. Wu Chang. Okay, right. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Wu Chang, yeah. Rise of the Deceiver. Alright. Ooh, I like the cartoony art style. That's kind of nice. I mean, we already spoke before about what the hell was that? We spoke about my Mouse PI and kind of like that whole Cuphead inspired cartoony aesthetic. What the hell is this? It's like Portal, but like first person shooter. Splitgate 2. Okay. I've heard there's a bit of controversy with Splitgate 2. Not sure how true that is. I didn't really care to look into it. I was vaguely aware of this announcement, but yeah, it's never my jam. I kind of dig this though. Oh, it's Project Sentry. I was like, why did that look so much? Ah, it's called Strangers in Heaven. Okay. Yeah, Project Sentry. I was like, it looks so Yakuza. Makes a lot more sense now. Ah, okay. This is Resident Evil, the Raccoon City. So this must be RE9, of course. God, that looks so cool. Requiem, nice. Okay. February 2026. All right. I'm just curious. I'm kind of curious what the comments of this video are, because I just want to get a read as to what people think. Ah, thank you, Light Source EX. I might actually use that as a reference for following up on videos. Let's have a look to see what they all are. Alright, so you got Sonic Racing Crossworlds, of course. That's one that I liked. Mouse PI Fire, of course. Marvel Cosmic Invasion looks pretty interesting. Neo Memories of Orbit. You got 2 Lego games: Lego Voyages, Lego Party. Mafia, of course. Nicktoons, welcome back, Nicktoons. Jurassic World Evolution 3. I mean, it should interest me. It's the what are their names? Like the Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, those devs. So they always do good work, but yeah, Jurassic World Evolution's never been an interest of mine. Mino the Hollower, Mixtape, Tower, The Guardians of the Sacred Tree, Scott Pilgrim EX. And then of course Stranger Than Heaven and RE9. So I will have a look. I'll have a look into those before I play Day of the Devs, because I want to see how they actually turned out. Sorry for a second. Just doing a bit of fixing from my end. Alrighty. Hang on, I'll just open a new tab and get back down, see what other people are saying, because I want to get a nice good read on the. Yeah, I agree with the consensus there. That song was very, very irritating. I do not know why they just looped the same music for 17 minutes. I was just trying to enjoy the actual videos, but people saying they got videos for the Minecraft movie. That's amazing. um, um, floor ads in the first 6 minutes and all for Minecraft. This is so funny. Established IP men hitting each other, rinse and repeat. Yeah, as I said, a lot of it felt a bit repetitive. Really, it's just Minecraft every 30 seconds. Oh my god. Alright. Let's have a look, because I am curious to... Because I don't think we've really got to a good read. I mean, Death Stranding 2, of course. I'm very privileged because Hideo is coming for the Sydney Film Festival, and he's doing an interview with why am I blanking on his name? George Miller. That should be fantastic. I think I'm talking about this, so it'd be cool to see how this goes. Okay, very kind of nothing so far.
Welcome. Have a seat. Over here, please.
I mean, I do love the look of the designs of the characters, but I mean, that's always been like one of Kojima's strong suits, is just making sure that they look really realistic, but not to the extent of, you know, uncanniness.
So you're Neil Vana.
Okay.
What do you
Lucy. Neil.
do for living?
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
So it kind of got like originally what's a therapy session of sorts.
What?
So you made it then.
Sorry.
You really don't remember me.
Okay. Interesting. Personal history. Oh, okay. I haven't played the first Death Stranding, so if that's a symbol, I'm not familiar with what it is. Okay, this is what this is about, right in the whole cut. I mean, context is important. Who would have thought? Okay. I mean, this looks great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Transformed. I think that was a really fun game. And I think after going the wrong direction with Sonic Team Racing, which again wasn't a bad game by any means, but I don't think anyone's ever will favor it. But I feel like this is like a really nice next evolution from Transformed. And I know we saw some of them on the trailer. I'm curious if that's all of them. Okay, so yeah, so this is the Hatsune Miku. I mean, she's such a staple of like Sega as a whole. I'm as is Ichiban, of course. You know, like both of those are very big Sega franchises. It's good to see that, you know, they're embracing the whole Sega. See, Joe Gear is interesting because that's Atlas, and I know that Sega and Atlas are. I don't know if Sega owns Atlas or if they just work well together, but it's good to see those, like, that kind of collaboration. Yeah, it looks gorgeous as well. I'm just so excited to get my hands on this. Ooh, bit of mystery with the whole squid. There you go, there's your Minecraft Steve. And you got your, you had your Alex and your, Creeper army. 25th of September, let's go! Again, it looks... hang on, let's have a pause here for a sec. Okay, so that's your season pass, right, okay. Sonic Prime, like, I mean, I don't really hear people talk Sonic Prime. I hope that people enjoy that. The Werehog, though, that kind of slaps, not gonna lie. I mean, you already got such a stacked cast. And, like, isn't, like, SpongeBob supposed to be part of this as well? I believe I saw footage of that, so that's kind of wild that they're taking the whole Smash Brothers Ultimate kind of route. Yeah, oof. I mean, someone that hasn't been able to get their hands on Mario Kart World, like I'm so looking forward to a good, kart racer, and I hope that scratches that itch for me. Yeah, so as I was saying beforehand, I got to see a little teaser of what they had in mind back at PAX Oz. Yeah, I know that, like, as I said, I'm a bit bored of, like, shooters, but, if they do something unique with the style, I would 100% enjoy that. Troy Baker, solid choice, can't really go wrong with Troy Baker as your lead. Not like, ecstatic to, not, like, incredibly, like, surprised that Troy is the lead of the game, but, like, it's a really nice pick up there. No release date yet, which is still interesting because I would have thought by now there would have been at least some semblance of, even if it's like I mean, for them to be autumn 2025 or fall, I guess. So they're just teasing them bit by bit. That's pretty cool. Rocket and Gamora looks so good in that art style. But yeah, no, I don't know. I love a good beat 'em up. Like your Metal Slugs, pretty much anything SNK, to be honest with you. But that's why I really digged the first Scott Pilgrim. I'm glad that got brought back. I didn't get to enjoy it when it originally got announced. But yeah, yeah, there's just something very satisfying about that kind of art style for a beat 'em up. Yeah, so let's have a look. So we got, I think that's Captain Marvel? I'm gonna say that's Captain Marvel. I don't recognize him. I'm not a really comic guy, so... of course, Spidey, Wolvie, Venom, Storm, Cap, and now Rocket and Gamora. So yeah, very solid lineup. Actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna briefly look down and see what they say. Yeah, shit. Sorry. I keep calling it Gamora. She-Hulk. I was like, it's. I don't know. I don't know why I kept saying Gamora. That's my bad. It's 100% She-Hulk. She-Hulk looks great though. I think it's because I saw it alongside Rocket, and I kind of just had the instinctive thought that they were connected. But yeah, no, She-Hulk looks great.
A rat in the vessel. Such a tiny nuisance.
Yeah, so this art style looks gorgeous. There isn't really a whole lot to say about it. It just looks, and it looks like it plays nice, if that makes sense. It is Lego Builders Journey. I was like, it looks so familiar to Lego Builders. So yeah, I wonder how they're gonna like expand on it, because like Builder's Journey you could finish in like an hour or so. So I'm hoping they kind of build on what they established with Builder's Journey. So it is co-op, they did say that. I am curious if you can play as single player. I mean, obviously it probably wouldn't be as fun to play as single player, like I think the whole point is that you want to like be creative with someone else. But sometimes you just don't get that luxury. From what it looks like, it does look like it's co-op only. But I'll keep my eye on it because, as I said, I love the Builder's Journey art style. Like, it uses the format in a way that's very different to like how TT Games kind of approach their games. And it just looks so fun, and I miss when games are fun. Obviously, you're always gonna have games that are fun, but like, you know, you have to really look for them. Alright, let's have a look. So Lego Party, this is obviously the Lego Mario Party. I mean, it's cool that we got a bit of Ninjago, but you know, it'd be cool if they lead into like, you know, Bionicle and Chima and Duplo. Maybe a bit of like Lego Movie characters if that's even possible. I'm not sure what the licensing is with that. 60-minute games is kind of solid for a party game. But again, I am just kind of curious as to how they make it actually have a Lego spin to it. Like the gold bricks is just stars essentially. And you kind of need to make sure there's like a longevity to these games too, which is kind of hard to make. But you need to make sure that the gameplay is good enough.
Faraway land of magic and mystery, a great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers the land had ever seen. They alone would be able to.
That's funny. I love that. I mean, I hope they bring back, you know, like Danny Phantom and Jimmy Neutron. That'd be pretty cool. They haven't been really relevant in recent years, but it's hard not to imagine Nicktoons without those two, to be honest with you. Gameplay part of it.
Hanging out, getting buzzed. I've got to get out of this place.
At the end of an era, when everything's about to change, it's time to look back on your greatest hits.
I think the soundtrack is what I'm most excited for because it's so 80s inspired, and to me that music is just such a special time.
It's the pigs, darling. Shit.
This year, experience a retrospective like no other. Beethoven and Dinosaur invites you to relive the teenage riot, to spend one last night together before school's out forever.
Interesting. I like that concept.
And with the soundtrack this good,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Again, I think the soundtrack is what's gonna make the Silverchair. Okay. That is such a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater reference if ever I've seen one.
experience it for yourself. Mixtape. Nothing
Like, I'm pretty sure that the devs are Australian. I believe they are. But still seeing Silverchair there when you had such a, you know, Roxy music, Smashing Pumpkins, QR, you know, and then seeing Silverchair. It's just kind of very, very jarring. Yeah, it did feel like it's like a late 80s, 90s kind of vibe. 20XX, that's such a cool Mega Man reference. Okay, okay. Dr. Wily, of course. Oh, Ramon looks so good. Pilgrim. I think the EX name kind of makes a bit more sense now. Remain. I hope they bring back, you know, a few of the other ones, even as like cameos. I'd love to see like Kim and why am I blanking on all their names? But just like a few of like some of the evil X's and some of the people from Sex for Bomb. Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. I'm gonna get my hands on that as soon as I can. 2026 though. Ah, goddamn. So far away. Yeah, let's hope this doesn't disappear in license hell. I concur.
I trust you have seen it. A beautiful world where harmony reigns. Will you struggle
Sorry,
until
didn't mean to do that.
your last fleeting moment? Your destinies are sealed. There is no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
On your guard.
This is gorgeous.
Take this! And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power.
I'm trying to get a read on what type of game this is,
Now,
and I'm not quite sure.
everyone, are you with me? We will live on in this world. No matter what
These animations are what really like sold me when I saw the this isn't real.
we fight for a future
It just looks so
filled with hope.
interesting. It's kind of hard to put my finger on why, but just really kind of gravitate to the.
Toa and the guardians of the sacred tree.
God, that chiptune is just so exciting, and the art style. It's so Game Boy, and in like the best way possible. Yeah, so Halloween. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if Shovel Knight makes a brief cameo in this game. Like, it'd be hard not to imagine, like, even if he's just like an NPC, like, or if like at least a cute nod to him or something, because, you know, Shovel Knight's pretty much been their identity for the whole part of a decade, so seeing Mina carry that tradition on is very exciting. All I could ask for. Alright, I'm just gonna let this kind of wash over me. It's got like a 20s vibe to it. Which again makes sense with that Project Sentry. View Dr. Logan. Oh, it's the 40s. I thought it was the 20s. That still makes a lot of sense. It looks... It's just so weird. There are just like so many elements of Yakuza that you recognize, but there are just UI changes that I think look like they're for the better. Oh, that combat looks crunchy.
Got a name?
Mako. Daito.
Hello.
Daito.
Daito.
Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
Is this the first time that a non-Japanese person has appeared in like a Yakuza style video game? Yeah, Stranger Than Heaven looks awesome. Wish I knew. I know. Take their time, enjoy the thing. I would love to know when it comes out though. Like, it looks incredible. And that is going to wrap up Summer Games Fest, but that is not everything that we are doing for the stream. As you saw in the bottom of the stream, we are looking at the Day of the Devs. That is going to be the big chunk of this stream. I think I love Day of the Devs because you can tell that Tim Schafer has such a passion for the games that, you know, it feels like a blast watching. And this year I heard a little you know, little secret that maybe House's new game Big Walk might be here. So I'm hoping it is. I want to see more of it. I'm excited to see more of it. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I'll determine if I'm
Feeling bored with your video
in.
games?
Hey, there he is, the man himself.
But it's leaving you feeling empty inside. If you sat down and played your entire games library from beginning to end, by the time you finished, you'd be 9,000 years old, and everyone you loved would be dead, including you. Don't let this happen. There is a better way. Hi, I'm Tim Schafer from Video Games, and I'm here to tell you the good news about Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't have to. It brings you the very best of them to
I
show
love
you
this so
places
much.
like this digital showcase that you're about to see today. How much does this cost, you might ask? $5 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a non-profit and supported entirely by generous contributions from people like you and also our generous sponsors. So all you have to do right now is sit back and prepare to be inspired. Enjoy Day of the Devs digital showcase.
Thank you, Tim. I really enjoyed that little video.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive and the developers at No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the fantasy of casing a place, gathering
Yeah,
intel,
I would be
and
so
building
down if
empires,
Double Fine
all
just
as a
announced a new game. Like, that would be so cool.
Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Okay, snap and grab. Okay. I'm just gonna go into all of these with an open mind. Just see what tickled my fancy or not.
Senior animator at No Goblin. We're excited to share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Step and grab. Let's go.
Snap and grab. What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked. Picture this.
Okay.
It's the 80s, and you are nestled between high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
As Nicky Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
Okay, interesting. So it's kind of like scoping out the area.
In Snap and Grab, you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items, and anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Interesting.
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future
Okay, that's
possessions.
awesome.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up?
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, you'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
Will you be able to plan the
I
next
kind of
heist?
like that.
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
That's pretty cool. I do love that.
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series
Nice.
X and S.
I will get that on
Does
Series
Untitled
X.
Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs
Is
games.
this
So
Big
early,
Walk?
in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story. House House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a
Melbourne,
brand new
Australia.
experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello.
Yes! Let's go!
You might know us because of our Goose Game.
Mm-hmm.
We're here today to show you around our new game.
Oh, fair dinkum, mate. Yeah, let's go. Let's check us out.
Multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk. Big Walk.
This feels like Australian, like,
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly
you
about
know,
doing two
foliage
things,
and stuff.
talking and walking. So talking, it's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural.
Ah,
You'll sound different if
that's
you speak
really
really
awesome.
close,
I wonder if like, many games utilize that.
far away, or in a tunnel,
Ooh.
or over a walkie-talkie,
Hello. Over.
or behind soundproof glass. In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture,
Mm-hmm.
and plenty of tools to stay in touch when you're out of earshot.
Mm,
And if you can't
oh.
use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well.
That's pretty dope.
Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk.
That's the name of the game.
Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots
Oh,
of
I'm
teamwork.
so getting my partner to play this with me.
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even lose each other accidentally. When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face. So finding a way back together isn't always straightforward.
That is so good.
If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again. Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
Has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all
Okay.
about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different.
Oh.
A lot of them are designed so that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk. You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like, ooh wah wah, ooh wah wah, ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though.
Ooh wah wah, ooh wah wah.
Some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Is that
Our
basketball?
challenges are open-ended, and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way.
That is
Like
awesome.
the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
Oh, nice.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset,
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
That's so cool.
Go dancing.
Like, it's so weird going from Untitled Goose Game to this, because it just feels like they just wanted to make the most beautiful game possible.
sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this little tour and got a sense of what we think is so special about this game. We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Yeah, that looks amazing. 2026.
This next title from the art
So far away. So annoying. 2026, come on.
You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to life. This is Sword of the Sea.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm the creative director at Giant Squid, and I'm very excited to share with you our latest game, Sword of the Sea.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's beautiful.
Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword.
Okay.
And it is trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to Journey, Abzu, The Pathless. Elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new.
That's so cool.
Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow
I
state,
did get
and
big Journey
something
vibes
that,
with
as a
the
snowboarder, I've experienced myself.
you know, skiing on the snow like
I
that.
feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports. When you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once, and that lets you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game.
Yeah, it looks stunning. I'm just in awe of this.
I'm really excited because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin Wintory, a longtime collaborator.
Hey, Austin Wintory! I was gonna say, if you're gonna do Journey Pathless, you have to bring Wintory back, surely.
It also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're gonna love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea.
Yeah, let's go.
We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one.
Oh yeah, you can hear the Journey influence straight away.
PlayStation 5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
This next
Please come to Xbox,
a game that
please.
has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
Best co-op experience since It Takes Two. Okay. 4 million escape. Is this Escape Academy? Must be. Yeah, nice. Okay, I love Escape Academy. I didn't get around to the I didn't get around to the DLC for it, but I 100% of the entire game, like, prior to that. So, more Escape Academy is a great thing. Oh. Oh.
I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games.
Coin Crew, come on, give us a date! Give us a date!
The sequel to Escape Academy. Escape Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game, where between your escape room classes, you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving. So
That's interesting, Animal Well being an inspiration for Escape Academy. Like for the sequel, I
Our
think.
background as a studio is in building immersive narrative escape rooms. So when we started making a sequel for Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more academy, to really get to be a student at the school.
100%. That was one of my critiques, was that it didn't really feel a whole lot like an academy.
Meet other students, and most importantly, find lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
I do love the concept though. A school of learning how to break out of rooms like that.
Whether you're returning to the academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling,
yeah.
we've pushed every
That is
element
a
to
good
heighten
glob.
immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the academy.
These have been all killer titles so far. I just need to say that. Like, all have been great so far.
Get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the
Puns are
course of the
great.
game,
Don't
puzzle
apologize.
character-driven quest lines that string together campus
Ooh,
challenges
sorry.
and escape rooms take
Didn't even do that.
second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on Steam, and we'll see you when you get back to school.
Nice, nice.
Both Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixtape.
Mixtape again.
Creators of the Artful Escape. But this is not a music game.
I adore the Artful Escape. That was one of the best games I've played in the last few years.
That gets us through it.
Which is what makes me so excited for mixtape.
I'm Johnny Galvin from Beethoven and Dinosaur.
Beethoven and Dinosaur.
This is our secret hideout where we make video games. This is one of our artists. Fuck off.
Nice.
What's next?
Oh, that's so Australian. Tell person to fuck off.
We're in Davidest. Oh, cool. Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about three friends on their last night together, listening to a perfectly curated soundtrack. It's a psychedelic retrospective, a musical journey that documents the breadth of their friendship and their greatest hits.
I love that it's a bit like, you know, stilted. It's a bit choppy, but it doesn't like compromise, you know, the movement. Like you could tell that it's an aesthetic choice.
Art styles and media designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash and keep going?
That's a rookie move.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
Why does that sound like the one from Life is Strange?
Tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo. I love Devo. Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead.
Oh, licensing this game would have been such a pain in the ass.
Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Oh, that is just a killer lineup. I think the last time I remember like that kind of soundtrack in a game was like Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Like that had a phenomenal like soundtrack, like a jukebox kind of soundtrack. I don't mean score. I mean like songs, you know, obtained for the game.
Play it on Game Pass Day 1, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
I thought we
Yeah.
were riding together.
Yeah, so excited for this.
Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest? Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
I didn't see the trailer for Blighted in the actual, like, as one of the games outside of it. Mainly because this game isn't really for me. And that's okay, like, it still looks really good. This is not my kind of...
The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its
This is not really for
features
me.
is a dynamic
But that's
difficulty
okay.
system
Not everything
that
has to be for
constantly
everyone.
changes enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains a knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community.
Wow.
In doing so, you released a reality-altering disease known as blight.
Dark.
As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining together finishers, taking
Hmm.
a huge blighted
This looks like it's got a really nice, a really good high skill ceiling to it. For those that want to take the time to
new layers of reality,
combo.
reach new locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations, manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants, and scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamelee to Severed to Nobody Saves the World, and we're excited to craft another one.
Oh, okay.
Blighted will support full co-op, like many of
I've heard great things about Guacamelee and Nobody Saves the World, so
create a soundtrack you'll never forget. We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a
as I said, it looks polished. Like
Wishlist the game on Steam, follow us on
if it
social
goes
media
for
to
the
make
people
sure
that love
you
like a hack and
download it.
slash, I'm sure they would love that.
Day of the Devs alumni, Outerloop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases.
Thirsty Suitors, nice.
Minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented cultures and themes. This title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that.
I didn't get to 100%. Sorry, I lost my train of thought when Disney came out. Yeah, I love the Thirsty Suitors, but I didn't get around to 100% yet.
Food in tubes? Yuck. I'm so hungry.
Feed the soul. It's got a cooking mechanic. That's kind of nice. Battle your salty sister. Crush your food empire. Okay. Sorry, is that the restaurant beating their ass? Dos Adivas, one last meal.
Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of Outerloop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dos Adivas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons,
This looks really fun, I will say that, like,
reconcile with loved ones,
the cooking meets
and eat one last meal
combat.
before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new friends.
I love the flashy, you made a new meal kind of thing.
Packs some heat. Especially when you time it right. Hitting the action button as the hit lands amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks against enemy attacks. Use boost points at the start of your turn to multiply damage on attacks and skills. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuck. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze.
That's
using
cool.
an expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases your reputation.
I like that there's like target timing mechanic as well. It gives me reminds me of like Cooking Mama, where they were like really strict on like how you like put the ingredients in and the timing to like cook each of it.
Thank you.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre? Probably should be a genre. Here it is.
I just noticed that you wouldn't steal a DVD hat. That is so funny. Okay. So it's like a college with horror. Okay. He was the last man standing, I presume. Oh wow. Everyone got eaten. Jesus. Possessors. Well, we don't know they were eaten specifically, just that they were taken. Okay. I love the... Again, I love fluidity of movement.
Producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search action game set in Sensu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Sensu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive.
Okay.
Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Sensu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Sensu's corporate master were hiding, and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wish this Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new
Yeah, it looks good. Like, again, like every game that's been shown so far, like, it looks...
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping gameplay, its clean combat, and its satisfying dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Okay. I know good things about Moonlighter, I just never got around to... Never got around playing it.
Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into Everton.
Yeah, roguelikes aren't really my kind of thing. I just... I don't know. I mean, this might be a conversation for another day, but... Yeah, of all the genres that I don't particularly like, roguelikes and roguelites are ones that I'm just not a really big fan of. But this looks beautiful. Like,
he won't be alone though. Old and new faces will
it
join him
looks
along the way.
gorgeous.
For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and looting take place. From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Hylia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics.
Okay.
Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects. Backpack management will influence the outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's 2 bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game, and shows how the combat has evolved in the first Moonlighter.
I will take your word on that one.
Projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals. There are ways to influence the outcome. For now, all I can say is, haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks. You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shopkeeping roguelike after all.
Cool.
That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are. Please stay tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2 The Endless World. See you in Tresna.
Inspired by Pietro Riva's manifesto Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
Yeah, Please Touch the Artwork was just a phenomenal game on the Switch. It was just...
Day of the Devs ASMR edition. My name is Thomas Waterzoo, and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible...
Yeah, this was a lot of fun on Switch. Like, it only took like a couple hours.
What would happen if we did touch the artwork? I usually start by choosing a painter I like, and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time, you're not gonna be touching artworks. You're just gonna be watching them. At night.
Ooh. Okay.
Please Watch the Artwork is a psychological...
I haven't played Please Touch the Artwork 2. I want to get around to that.
Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, MAMA. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies.
Okay.
However,
I like that.
these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading their sadness over all the paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening.
I love that.
If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to know him to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation. So for me it made sense to create a psychological horror.
Wow, just the
I also wanted
bending over like that.
people really look at the paintings, hence the spot the difference gameplay.
Oh, okay, there's just a person not there.
In this game, and no monsters. The only things that are chasing you are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe some nostalgia.
That's cool. Like, it tells you if you do it wrong or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Clowns, but they are kind of harmless. It's just you, the night, and the paintings.
Just ignore the clown.
But you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year.
Okay, thank you for that.
Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
I appreciate you letting me know.
I hope you like this bizarre little thing I made.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta get around to the sequel. I mean, I've heard it's a little different to the first one in the sense that it's more whatever it is. We have to detect the anomalies in each one in order to move to the next one.
Love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first day of the devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Frederic James.
Nice. Okay, so this is one of the games that we just watched beforehand, the full trailer for.
Working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Nova.
And we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight.
Each heroes have been designed
Yeah, I'm still very annoyed that I got She-Hulk confused with Gamora. I feel like a dumbass.
devastating damage closer to the ground.
My instinct though was like, damn, Gamora looks buff.
The Cosmic Squad, a tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies.
That was so good.
For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the News in Heaven of Genosha, the high-tech mobile base of Shield Helicarrier,
Mhm.
plus a thrilling roster of legendary locations across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite references for you to find out in the background.
Ah, Spider-Menace, I love that.
As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at the comic book shop or the arcades would bring us here today?
We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
Ah, give us a date.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim
How are we doing for time, by the way?
artist from Celeste.
Okay,
With
you're a
haunting
half
and
hour ago.
lovely music
It's about
from
halfway.
Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
Okay. It looks cool. A bit of a horror twist there, wasn't expecting that.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverway.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG in live sim, and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try to
I'm not a
start
big
over
horror
on a
person.
farm,
I mean,
a place where
like
you can
Resident
escape
Evil's
all
kind
your
of the extent that I
problems
have to
and
horror.
finally
I
start
don't
fresh.
know.
But it gets darker.
It's just one of those things. Like even like films, I'm just not a big horror person.
With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced
I kind of
combat,
feel like I'm playing games
and you can
to
choose your secondary gear to change
escape
how you fight, like
escape reality, not like
You still need to
dwell
keep
in
your
it.
daily life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using your very own Luna OS computer. You can also be
That's
friends
cool.
or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new combat abilities.
Oh,
that
that's
change
so
the way you
sick.
fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours.
I'm noticing the calendar in the corner. I wonder if that plays any
If
factor.
this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway on Steam and stay up to date to our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
Oh, it's a cat. I was like, is she stroking her leg? That's just a cat.
It's time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous
Ooh,
title,
South
a
Africa.
postmodern platformer semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. Since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine.
No, but also fast.
Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
Ready.
Interesting. I dig it.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Seaton.
Does anyone remember Shadow Complex?
Relooted is set in the near future, wherein
Because that's what I'm getting from
between
this.
the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But
That's
museums
good.
are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts returned to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious plague, huh?
Are you not tired? Rest. We have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report
estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That
Wow.
is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place.
That's
While the
insane.
locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real.
Wow.
As of today, reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item
That's
to the
ridiculous.
Pomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Bokoma prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today.
Just give it back to
Before
them.
each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing where they can learn more about these artifacts, where they are from.
But it's cool. I like this like a little twist on like
The African continent.
African heritage.
To England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Looted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you.
That's cool.
The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3
Okay, it's very different to like your snap and grab, but it's like a similar concept that you need to find a way to get out from like stealing an item. Of course, with snap and grab, it's, you know, it's a personal game, but this is a more altruistic kind of mindset.
In phase 3, you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you
Yeah,
carry
no, this is like really cool. You'd have to assume there's a lot of trial and error for this though, because like
Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S. You can
Nice.
visit now.
Remember Patapon, that charming series of games about those
Patapon!
walking around, doing stuff and making music? Well, there's a
Mhm.
sequel. Well, kind of a sequel. It's a spiritual successor. It's the core team from Sony Japan that made the OG games coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。パタボンの原作者であり、現在ラタ
I'm
タ
pretty sure
を
one
開発をしており
Patapon 1
ます。
Plus 2 is being released by Bandai Namco.
そして私はラタタリードプロデューサーを務める
Ratatan. Cool.
私は現在サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外は常にラタタンがより面白くなるように努力をしているところであります。
ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインと、オンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っています。
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、コミュニティに投稿
Right,
してい
these
ただ
guys do very well. You know, when you try to do a spiritual successor of a very well-known game or series of games, you know, it's hard to try to recapture, you know, that same vibe. You know, look at like Might Never Nine, Ukulele. I mean, I'm so excited for Ukulele. Hopefully, it addresses a lot of the issues that the original had. But yeah, listen, trying to do a spiritual successor is never an easy thing, so I hope that these guys, you know, do it well, and that they get the success that they look for. Okay, no two journeys are the same. Is it like a roguelike? What does that mean, no two journeys are the same? Rataport. It does feel like it's very in the spirit of Patapon, which is very important. But hopefully they also don't rely too much on nostalgia. Ratatan! Ooh, early access, July 25, not far away.
Day of the Devs そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして乾杯
This next game, led by the legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus
Warren
Ex Machina, is a
Spector!
totally new take on stealth. His talented
Nice.
team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century
I really
universe,
love Epic
and
Mickey. I don't know, different people.
I'm Warren Spector, Chief Creative Officer at Otherside Entertainment. At Otherside, we don't play it safe. We take chances, we tackle hard problems, and we do what's right for games and gamers. And what's right now is Thick as Thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action game, unlike any action or stealth game you and your
It is so hard to get good stealth because it's really dependent on the AI. You don't want them to be brain dead, but at the same time, you don't want it to feel like you're being cheated out of,
that we wanted to show you.
you know,
So here's a
stealth.
pre-alpha sneak peek at Otherside's upcoming player-powered game, Thick as Thieves.
Looks very different to what is worked on. Oh, sorry, it's about, it's 11 o'clock at night. Apologies for that.
Bells and whistles of an immersive stealth game, like hiding in shadows, understanding NPC pathing and vision cones, and timing your
Yeah.
movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location. The X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same game.
Interesting.
The thing is, I could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually pickpocket me, making, situations that are just so fun? Something that won't happen in another map
Interesting.
ever again. I think that's the thing that I'm looking most forward to seeing.
So it's like multiplayer stealth with a sense of, working together or, trying to sabotage each other. Very interesting.
But it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot as audio director because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map. You can hear where other thieves are. You can hear other threats like guards. You could also be able to tell like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment and then I can hear outside it's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, if it's raining and there's a thunderstorm, maybe that can mask some of my sounds so I can kind of go in undetected.
That's cool. That's cool, I like that idea.
And a lot of this is not fake.
The only thing that I'm a bit worried about is this is all pre-alpha, so it's still very early. I like the premise of this.
Every thief for themselves, right? Thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one thing that I really like to do is kind of stay back in the shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment to swoop in.
I wonder if they're going to make it there and make an incentive to collaborate as opposed to just... Because, like, what would be the incentive if you just assume that your team's just going to betray you of, working together? Because, like, it's a bit that fine balance of risk versus reward, but if the risk is too great, then, why work together? It's just... I mean, obviously these are the things that they'll have to consider. But I love the concept.
So, thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published their game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their new game.
Time Flies is such a good game. Such a unique game, too.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small studio called Playables, based in Zurich, Switzerland. I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids, but now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new, Pocket Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests. Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard
That's
problems.
cool.
Your boss will verify if everything looks correct, and most importantly, beautiful.
That's cool.
But as you do all that, the charts start to get a life of their own. They go wild.
I love that.
Will you be able to tame them? Or maybe even find your own satisfaction on your way to success? Pocket Boss is an intimate encounter with the life of charts. The game will come out later this year.
That's awesome. I want to know more about that
You can
game.
find more information and the link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch.
Okay, I'll keep it up.
This autobiographical game is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, I'm AP.
We're the co-directors of Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More
Cool.
importantly, it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
And I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each storyteller
That's such a dumb concept. Oh, that's cool. This feels insane.
By making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting
This is ridiculous. I love it.
is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga
Nice.
might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
This part is based on real life, by the way. 1 out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
This is so dumb. I love it. I love this game so much.
Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one more to-do goal on your plate? Or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
I don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
Nice.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 for 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I love that desperation.
You're lucky to maybe build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off.
I've never heard of Off before, but I can definitely see the Undertale inspiration for sure.
Off is a game I made 15 years ago when I was still a big, sweetie, drooling crybaby. It's a Japanese-inspired RPG where you control a baseball batter chasing ghosts in a cubic strange world.
Hmm.
I made this game with no other ambition than to create something funny to show my friend. And
Yeah, I love the surreal element. Like, again, I feel like Earthbound and this game seem to really inspire Undertale.
I ask you please not to play it.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, a dev on Off.
I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new.
Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby. Off was a big inspiration to me in Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th.
Total speech.
Off celebrates its 70th anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms.
In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped.
Yeah, this soundtrack kind of slaps, not gonna lie.
We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Hmm. No, I have to check the sounds on this. But yeah, August 15th. Very not far away. Very, very
now,
far away.
a world premiere from a studio based in Quebec called Game Team 6. This is their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know, has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
Tire Boy. Okay. Okay.
Hi, I'm Corey Martin. I'm Thomas Tobin. And I'm Andy Chmalenko. We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big
Oh, that's a
ideas.
beautiful art style. I like that.
So excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire
Yeah,
person.
they weren't wrong. That is as self-explanatory as you really need to be.
Solving environmental puzzles and taking on heroic battles.
Hey, it's like a spin dash kind of thing.
All while helping locals and uncovering his own past. Tire Boy may be the last of his kind and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestwick and doesn't know much about his family or ancestors. It's a story about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world, searching for purpose and traces of his forgotten origins.
God, I love the weird games.
Fond of Tire Boy.
Often now this, it's just a fever dream.
Which is to repair a giant radio transmitter to help the local community make contact with long-lost travelers. In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine. Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that childlike
It's a
experience that feels
rabbit.
like everything around you is impossibly big. And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world. Tire Boy is weird, heartfelt, and full of little surprises. And we've built it to feel like a
I'm
place
curious
you wanna
about the
come back to,
guitar element of it
whether
though.
you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Okay, that is 100% Breath of the Wild inspired. Jumping off like that.
Wishlist Tire Boy on Steam now and follow
I mean, yeah, you could say with the hearts and the campfire. Yeah. That's 100% Breath of the Wild inspired. There's nothing wrong with
Who
that.
doesn't love a vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition.
Toem.
In the sequel, Toem 2 takes us even
Yes!
from 2D
Yes, Toem 2, let's go!
from Sweden does it again.
Yes, I love Toem.
I'm Lucas.
Okay.
Co-founders and developers at Something We Made. Some of you might remember us, or even better, our little game Toem from 2021's
One of my favorite games of all time, period. I adore this game. If you have not played Toem, play Toem. What are you doing? Play Toem.
That's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
Oh.
Toem 2 is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world.
God,
where
this
the
game's
main
so
objective is to
beautiful.
photograph a phenomenon known as Toem.
Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself.
Ooh. I just love that it still captures the charm of the original poem, but you can just tell there are little changes, like graphically. Ooh, a snipping tool. That's pretty cool.
Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world for your camera. For example,
Okay.
the scissors, which cut things.
Yeah, that is such a cool idea.
Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff.
As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render
Yeah,
styles
look at that.
allows us to reimagine the world without compromising on the vibes. And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to Tone 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment. It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions, ultimately making the world feel more free and open. And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier.
Yeah, I noticed. As I said, like there are just some tweaks that you can tell improvements.
Wait to see the photos you'll take.
Oh.
So to recap, more story,
Mhm.
updated visuals, and a fun new movement system.
If you also haven't played Toem, there's a free DLC which is also fantastic. Like, again, play Toem.
To make Tone 2 something that could stand proudly besides the original game, celebrating what worked while improving the rest.
I can't wait to get my
So if
hands
you're
on this.
interested to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all real soon. Hello.
Are you looking for a way to support Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character designs, we mean storyboards, we mean iconography, all the different kinds of art that go into developing a game, they are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally
Wow.
dozens and dozens of characters, a veritable Where's Waldo of every game character that you love. That print is
That's
limited
cool.
edition and on sale at iMuted.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation and Day of the Devs. Literally, we're nonprofits asking for your dough, but like it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out to our flagship sponsor at Xsolla, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsolla is a global video game commerce company that aligns with our mission.
I was gonna say it's starting to feel like it's wrapping up, so yeah, it makes sense. Got 10 minutes to go.
Control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsolla Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from recent Day of the Devs showcases. Scan the QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games. And thanks again to Xsolla for supporting this celebration of creativity and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsolla. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor, but we also have some other sponsors to thank because it takes a village to support Day of the Devs. We are a non-profit, and every little bit helps. We got our founding sponsor.
That was an incredible Day of the Devs. Like, I'm so glad out of Summer Game Fest and Day of the Devs that this is the one that I chose to watch in its entirety. Because yeah, as I said, like there was some really good stuff in some games. Don't get me wrong. And I think what I might do at the end of this thing is just go through all of the ones that I'm most excited for. Maybe in order of when they come out. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there.
Go for it.
And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games, it means a lot to the developers, and thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games, and thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you next time on Day of the Devs 22.
Well done. Again, there was so much good stuff there. Yeah. Thank you all so much for tuning into this direct. No, that's not this direct. Force of Habit, Nintendo guy. Thank you so much for tuning into this stream. It was great, like getting to see all the games from Summer Game Fest and Day of the Devs. Again, I'll reiterate. Sorry, can't talk. It's 11:30 at night. I will probably do a few more streams. I got the big one tomorrow at 9 AM, which is the Frosty Games Fest. So excited for that. So many good games that should be announced or shown off. And then another one for me will be Sunday night, and then one Monday morning, and then I would like to do one final one that will wrap up all of the games out of all of them that have been shown off for the past couple of days that I'm most excited for. So yeah, should be fun. Really excited for that. Thank you so much for tuning in for this. This has been quite an interesting few hours, but I hope that everyone enjoyed it. I'm gonna try and cut down all the ads for the YouTube release of this. But yeah, no, that's gonna wrap up the stream for tonight. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow morning. Adios.